Alright, so tonight I am going to announce my channel name now that I've finally come up with it, even though I've done, I don't know, 8 to a dozen videos already. I finally came up with the name, so this is the hilarious part. Poser Shrimp Aquarist. So, you know, I'm a hobbyist, that's why poser and aquarist make it funny, and you know, I'm no shrimp scientist, but I really enjoy this, and I'm doing a half-assed scientific method, so it works on multiple levels. But tonight I'm going to do a nice trial run of 6 different foods at once. I've already done all of these foods individually, or not individually, but in various showdown methods. This is more so I can get practice before I do my big showdown on the Shrimp King 5-in-1 sample packet, which I'm really dying to do, but I want to do it right. So I want to get a little bit of practice in. I want to start that fresh at the beginning of the week and do a whole week-long shootout or longer of that, where it'll give me time to figure out if I need more of another sample packet of that. I'm also looking at picking up other foods, but that's another story for another day. So I'm starting off with the light on just so you can see everything here, and I've written it on the labels. There's just blue painter's tape where I wrote it on there so I can keep track of it so I don't mix them up. Hopefully you can read that. I'm going to try not to move the camera around this time. So we're going to start off with Fluval Bug Bites shrimp formula, one of my staples that's been fantastic. One of my newer products, the Fluval Shrimp Granules, the Hikari Micro Pellets, which I've been using and the shrimp seem to enjoy. It does okay. The Hikari Shrimp Cuisine, which did really well, surprisingly well, the other day. I think I did that last night or the night before, and that was really good. My Hikari Sinking Wafers that have been a staple along with the Fluval Bug Bites shrimp formula. And one of my other new ones that I just did, I've only done once so far, the GlasGarten Shrimp Dinner 2. So I've got it separated: Fluval, Hikari, and GlasGarten. I'm a little behind on my normal feeding. Normally I do some Bacteria E shrimp fit, so I'm going to throw some Bacteria E. I'll probably split this into 2 videos just because of that, because this might be a little long otherwise. But I'm going to go ahead and kill the light and get started. I'm going to start on the left with the Bug Bites granules and just work my way left to right. So let me go ahead and kill this light so we're not getting glare. If I can find my light switch. And I'm going to try to speed this along so we get a quick show of how this is doing. And I'm not using my little normal shaker top. I don't know how well this will show. Normally I just tap it in on the side of the tank using this. I just pop that off so it's not so noisy and not jumping all over the place. So you can see those granules coming down. Let me dry my fingers before I stick them in the Fluval Shrimp Granules. And I'm going to put in a healthy pinch. And I'm not going to overfeed tonight because I do want to get some Bacteria E shrimp fit and baby shrimp in a little bit later. I did move my dishes from how I screwed that up the other day. As I feed with them, I'm going to move these out of the way, so hopefully everything, barely landing in the dish for the Fluval shrimp formula. Alright, Hikari Micro Pellets going down. If I remember right, I had to jam these down. They stayed a little buoyant for a while. This one I'm going to give a little bit more of a pinch to because they are small. Yeah, this one I have to give it a little swirl to get those going down. There we go. And those ones are on their way down. Then I'm going to jump around here. Let's start with the Shrimp Cuisine. The shrimp granules went halfway out of the dish. I'm going to have to move that one more to the left. Same with that one. Hopefully this one lands at the right spot. As you can see, I was talking about how the See, the shrimp cuisine sinks right away. I do like that. There's no buoyancy, no floating around. They just hammer straight down. Alright, so 2 pinches on that should be good. And hopefully I can do pretty decently keeping the wafers over here. Let me see. I'm going to kind of count the wafers. Normally I just throw a bunch in my hand. I'm going to get 2, 4, 5. One more wafer. I'll throw 10 Hikari algae wafers right here on this side, and hopefully they land kind of where I want them. Yeah, perfect. And I think I might have gotten one stuck up here, or I just didn't count them very well. Either way, that's fine. I want them kind of clustered for this video anyways. And for the GlasGarten shrimp dinner, these are the little mini Twizzler looking pads that were very difficult to break. I'm going to throw in, I don't know, what do I got here? I got one more. I'll throw in 8 because they are a little bigger than the Hikari pads. And I'm going to throw 8 in on the very far right and kind of scatter these ones a little bit more. Not a lot, just a little. But these ones sink pretty fast and just plummet straight down. There we go, I got 5 in there. 3 more, give me 8. One a little too left, but they're still separated pretty good. So there we go, we've got everything feeding nicely now. And this is just a quick showdown of already shot foods before. Let me put these back up here. Keep my glass close so I don't get any mosquitoes in there. And yeah, that's looking good. Hey, everybody's jumping out for stuff, and I should probably do this again tomorrow, but start in a reverse order of feeding. Right now, I'd say the Hikari Micro Pellets and Shrimp Cuisine are getting the most, but that's central to take. Let me move a light forward. Get a little bit better lighting up here, which is tough to do because I've got way too much water lettuce up there. I really should get some out into the turtle tank. You see everybody's dive bombing down, tugboating everywhere. Huh. That's kind of surprising. I'm actually getting, I think, the most action on the Hikari Micro Pellets. They're calmer, whereas the Hikari Shrimp Cuisine, they're being aggressive and really swimming around at it. Not too much action on the GlasGarten Shrimp Dinner 2. My usual dark red's really going for the Hikari sinking wafers. The Fluval Shrimp Granules are doing good. It went a little outside the dish, so it's congregated just outside of the dish too. And then the far left corner with the Fluval Bug Bites shrimp formula. What happened there? Just saw a dive bomber right in the middle of that tray. They're grabbing pieces and taking off. Right now, I'd say everything is pretty even, except it's a little slow on the GlasGarten shrimp dinner pads. It's kind of quiet on that one. Everything else has got a nice big cluster around it, and everybody's congregating really heavy right in this area, which is the main feeding area, which I've been doing for the last few months. So I mean, they're used to getting everything right on the sand. And it's a nice central area for them. The water current isn't too crazy right there. And you can see my, wow, I'm blanking on the name, the tiger lotus wafting around there, and I've got it growing way back over here now. Got a lot of nice leaves going on. I did notice I've got a yellow leaf on my Anubis, and I need to keep an eye on that, make sure it's doing okay. Might need to up my Chem Excel dosing. I haven't done that in a few days. I've been shooting videos and not thinking about it. But yeah, I've only got 2 root tabs in here, and they probably need to be replaced at this point. Yeah, only 2 root tabs in here with the Tiger Lotus and the... Wow, they're really tugboating everywhere over here all of a sudden. I believe I had API root tabs with the Tiger Lotus and my big Amazon sword back there. I don't think I had anything else. Otherwise, it's just... I do a weekly dosing of, I don't know, 10, maybe 20 milliliters of Chem Excel. And it's been doing really well. And the only reason I do it is because I want a lot of water lettuce. My turtle really chomps through it, and he's not very big. I'll have to do a video on that, but I gotta clean his tank up a little. He's a messy guy. Just looks gross at the bottom. Alright, these guys are doing really good. Let me see if I can not shake the camera too much and see what time I've got going. Alright, we're at about 12 minutes. So, yeah, I'm just going to let this one run. Hit this one at about the 15-minute mark. And I'll end this one and start another one to go right after it. And just do a quick run through of what I do for my Factory E Shrimp Fit and Shrimp Baby. And while you guys are sitting here watching this, I'm looking at ordering some other foods to try out. I want to order the rest of the Shrimp King line to do those shootouts, because I did the unboxing for the Shrimp King Baby. Haven't used that yet, and I want to test that out. I don't know if I want to do that live. So what I want to do is mix it and pour it down the tubes and see if I can get it to settle towards each cup, which would be really difficult because it's just a powder food. I need to see if I can do it in a shaker cup and just pour it down and let it kind of waft and cloud down and maybe separate the tubes out more for that. Or if I just do powder and let it drift down, but it's going to take off everywhere in the current. You'll see how that works out when I do my back tray. I'll do a shaker cup tonight, and when I do a feeding tomorrow, I'll just do a sprinkle on top method, which I believe I did a little bit of Shrimp Baby yesterday, so I should go a little light on that one right now. But just give you a quick run through on how I do that. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. My screen keeps cutting off, so I can't see where I'm at. We're at about 14 minutes now. Very close to. Alright, so looking at this, I've picked up a lot of action on the GlasGarten Shrimp Dinner 2, the Hikari Wafers, Shrimp Cuisine, Hikari Micro Pellets, which I think is doing the best, Fluval Shrimp Granules, and the Fluval Bug Bites. Actually, I take that back. The Bug Bites are doing extremely well now because they're up in the plants, they're all down around it, and they've completely covered the Fluval stratum. It's just a red carpet in that corner. They're all doing very well, but where it was super aggressive for the Shrimp Cuisine a little bit ago, it's died down and it's getting more aggressive in the Micro Pellets. The Fluval Bug Bites, they're not going crazy, but they're packed in there, and there's not a big fight for it. It's not, you know, Thunderdome like it is with the Micro Pellets right now, and it was earlier with the Shrimp Cuisine. There's still a good amount in those, and they're going for it. Getting a little bit of fighting going for the Shrimp Dinner, but it's pretty peaceful for the most part. I mean, they're not aggressive to where I'm like, oh crap, let me get more food in. I don't want them fighting and hurting each other. But they're doing pretty good, and that's why I'm going to end this in just a minute. I'll take a quick break, let the GoPro cool down, and then we'll come back and I'll have part 2, and I'm going to do 2 in this week because I don't want to make you wait a week to watch the second feeding. So let me wrap this one up, and we'll be back shortly.